Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to all my fellow racists. We have a crazy video here to watch. This is a Twitch, in quotations, talent, calls out ignorant VTuber, instantly finds out. I believe this video is about a very disgusting woman by the name of Morgue Pie, but let's get into it. I'll provide some additional context where I can and inform you on how this person is absolutely full of shit. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
So it's often said when it comes to the application of the platform's TOS that if Twitch didn't have double standards, they would have no standards at all. That's especially true when it comes to the application of TOS on VTuber.
We're leveling up from double standards to quadruple standards the longer this goes on. I know this situation very well, and I'm going to break everything down with facts and science.
Versus real-life streamers, and there's also a great degree of favoritism when it comes to certain streamers on the platform, and all of this is the desired result of the platform's CEO, Dan Clancy, who definitely has...
If you don't think that Dan Clancy is not stroking his dick to every female talent on Twitch, you are sorely mistaken. This is a very deranged individual.
Some, let's just say, preferences when it comes to the streamers he enjoys. In fact, not that long ago, while showing off his timeline and some new Twitch features, his entire For You page was nothing but e-girls on Twitch. And that's very interesting given the fact that he is a 60-something-year-old married man.
Why don't we go ahead and pull this up? Dan Clancy, age. Dan Clancy is a 62-year-old man. Dan Clancy, is he married? He is, in fact, a married 62-year-old man that catered his entire website as well as his algorithm to pander to porn stars.
Now, one of his favorite, let's
little weird, don't you think?
just say talents, is an individual named Morgue Pie, and for a lack of a better way of describing her, she makes adult content on other platforms and goes over to Twitch, pushes the limits of their TOS.
She's a whore. It's very simple.
Often breaking it, getting a short ban, and in the process, she promotes these off-site platforms where...
Not only has she been banned, she's been banned 13 different times and still comes back. Just like activist judges are allowing dangerous black criminals to walk the street after being released 22 times... Dan Gunnar Clancy is allowing a blatant misuse of the TOS in order to promote pornography to minors over and over and over and over again.
She sells adult content, she is quickly unbanned, and she repeats the cycle over and over again. In fact, she has been banned at least a dozen times on Twitch since 2023.
Yep.
And all of them for sexual content.
All of them for the exact same thing. They'll never learn because there's no reason to learn.
It's often said that the majority of the current rules involving sexual content are the result of Morgue Pie's streams, where she finds a certain rule and she pushes it to the limit, where it either has to be tweaked or a new rule has to be added altogether to address the very hardcore content she is posting on this, by the way, 13+ platform.
Yeah.
Now, recently, she found herself into some controversy, given this stunt she did, and now that she's facing a lot of criticism and people are bringing up the double standards on Twitch when it comes to TOS, she is...
And you would think that all of the ban controversy was bad enough. I'm going to show you guys a little inside scoop of some controversy that Morgue Pie has been trying to move past and kind of make people forget about. And for all you guys who know Morgue Pie as to keep it gently, a woman of the night, and thinking it was bad that she was banned on Twitch. In case you also don't know, in 2023, Morgue Pie also falsely accused Matt Watson of Super Mega. Yep. Morgue Pie has been essentially a plague, a parasite, that is encouraging other women to make false accusations towards men, and has been doing so since 2023. It's quite disgusting. It really is. Morgue Pie jumped in with a Twitch stream claiming Matt led her on and used her for sex, cheated on his girlfriend, implying it was deceptive, ghosted her afterward, painting him as manipulative, and then Matt response and evidence. He had already broken up with his then girlfriend before hooking up with Morgue Pie. Morgue Pie knew it was a casual one-time thing, not the start of a relationship. She was fully aware and agreed at the time. The let-on narrative didn't match the text. Yep. Many breakdowns, Turkey Tom, and community discussions labeled her claims part of a pile-on, with Morgue Pie getting caught up in the cancel momentum, which Morgue Pie and others issued damage control statement apologies, admitting they shouldn't have inserted themselves or exaggerated. She described it as a negative personal experience blown out of proportion amid the drama. Yes, so Morgue Pie accuses a guy of sexual assault just to pile on the cancel culture, the Me Too movement. This was back in 2023. Another porn star who had consensual sex and then later decided, oh, well, you know what? I guess I'll change my mind now that it's popular to do so. And that is exactly what Morgue Pie's done. And the worst thing is she encourages other women to do the exact same. So if you didn't think Morgue Pie was an absolute piece of shit now, well, that's exactly who we're talking about here today. I consider her a very dangerous woman because she's so mentally delusional that she will go to women and convince them that they were essayed or try to convince them that they were being abused when they're not. And, I really hate to say this as well, but Morgue Pie also tried to do that to my current fiance. Yep. She would frequently be like, hey, is Tectone treating you okay? I don't know. Something about that guy doesn't seem right. Pretty fucking insane to go up and do that to every woman you ever meet just because you don't like their boyfriend. It's fucking psychotic. The bitch is weird as fuck, and truly, I don't know how this woman is still allowed to exist on twitch.tv/ whatever the fuck her name is. It's crazy. To have a history of falsely accusing people and then encouraging other people to do the same by rewriting their history of what has happened is pretty psychotic.
Crashing out.
These women are incredibly dangerous.
On VTubers, claiming they cannot read.
Because they don't have the mental wherewithal to understand what they're doing is wrong. And so they take their idiocy and they make it everybody else's problems. They do. Because they're miserable in their own relationships. And so now they have to make sure everybody else is miserable too.
And it all stems from this clip. This has gone viral, as you can see. Nearly 17 million views.
Yes.
And I'm not even going to play this. I'm just going to describe it because who knows with YouTube. But basically, she's sitting in her chair here. And this guy, her pets, comes from out underneath her desk wearing a gimp suit. And she has a little shock collar. Obviously, this is some Hassan-related bits. And it's all just a...
Which is crazy because Morgue Pie absolutely loves Hassan. As does everybody a part of the Onlyfans scene. So this is an attempt to grift to get a popular clip. But the reality is Morgue Pie and Hassan are actually very good friends.
Fetish for her. Okay, she is just flaunting fetish content on Twitch, which...
Yes.
I guess this is the platform they want to be these days.
Yep.
And to answer your questions, well, is she better than Hassan when it comes to the treatment of her pets? Well, not so fast. She actually does another bit where she pretends to shock her pets, so I guess they're the same. And just look at the accounts promoting this content, like, absolutely shameless. This is someone's son, by the way, for shame. And I think we should shame everyone in this situation. The people who are creating content like Morgue Pie on Twitch, and also the people who are consuming this absolute slop. But anyways, you can see...
It is absolutely fucking disgusting.
People pointing out double standards on different levels, not just with VTubers, but with streamers in general. But this user says, change the genders of the two characters in the video, and watch the one sitting on the couch become the target of the aggravated life imprisonment and societal lynching. No other platform is as two-faced as Twitch, and that is...
I absolutely agree. Why don't we go ahead and pull up the clip and show it right now? It's actually hilarious. If you type in Morgue Pie into twitter.com, and I shit you not, this is real shit. I'm gonna screenshot that right now. If you type in Morgue Pie into Twitter, into your search bar, the 3 top searches are morgue pie OnlyFans, morgue pie trans, morgue pie feet. And the reason why it says morgue pie trans is because she looks like a dude. And that's why she had to get fake tits in order to make sure that people stop thinking that way. Which I find is a little bit fucking insane. Here's the clip. Here we go. Let's talk about it.
Place.
What the fuck, dude? Jesus.
Okay, where were we? Hi, Sky!
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. It's the cringiest shit. And if you thought that was bad, she did a follow-up that's even worse. So let's hear about her response.
Anytime anybody does something controversial on Twitch, the VTubers all come out. They're like, but we can't do whatever we want all the time.
Yeah, like what? Show their hips? Yeah, because it's fucking... If you're allowed to make a man wear a gimp suit and shock him live on stream, you will get banned for a week for showing too much hips in your VTuber model. God, the difference between full makeup and half makeup is like, what the fuck are we even looking at? Like, good lord, bro. Like, full makeup, half makeup. What in the fuck are we even looking at? Holy shit, keep the makeup on. God, I'm about to fucking puke.
It's like, they're like, okay, but you can't have exposed hips. Yeah, because it explicitly says that in the TOS that you just read the TOS!
Remember what she said.
You know what I do when I wanna do something on stream? I just read. I just read the TOS.
Just wait.
I just read the TOS. It explicitly says it in the TOS that you can't show your hips on stream. That's been a thing for like 2 years. Dude, that shit changed like 2 years ago. That's 2024, man.
Let's pull the TOS. So let's see if we can find this here. So to get the TOS, you can type in safety.twitch.tv in case you don't know. Let's see if we can find this real quick. Content classification guidelines, mature rated games, sexual themes. While Twitch prohibits nudity, inappropriate attire, pornography, and certain sexual content, streamers are required to apply a content classification of which she was not using to certain streams that contain sexual themes listed below. We also require the streamers label their stream if the content or behavior is very likely to elicit more mature conversation, which the stream was not labeled as such. Wearing or displaying BDSM-associated attire, e.g. harnesses, blindfolds, collars, or paraphernalia, e.g. whips displayed or with or without engaging in sexual activity. So, the TOS was read, and you did violate that section of the TOS, and that is why Twitch is known as a hypocritical, double standard platform, because you are in clear violation of the TOS, and it's very not hard to figure out if you were to just read the TOS. Hopefully, that helps. And Dan Clancy, I promise you, getting porn for free really isn't that hard. Stop allowing porn stars to ruin a already shitty fucking platform. God, I hated every bit of making that video. Because it really is just like, it's just like dealing with retards every single fucking day.